It is a pleasure to welcome Associate Minister Holland, members of his team, and colleagues from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry, Mayor Shoemaker, as well as all the other guests and media here today. We are pleased to host you at our Sault Ste. Marie Division, a site with a proud history and a strong future. As part of Interfor, we operate with a deep focus on safety, sustainability, and respect for people and communities. Thank you, Minister Holland, for your support and joining us here today.
Well, thank you, Anthony, for the introduction, and good morning, everyone. It's really great to be back in Sault Ste. Marie, and I want to thank everybody for being here today. I'm pleased to be joined by His Worship, Mayor Shoemaker, as well as Anthony from Interfor here locally. So this week we start off as our National Forest Week, an opportunity to appreciate our forests and all that they contribute to Ontario. Interfor is one of many forest sector businesses in Ontario's north, providing good paying jobs that will build strong communities and producing world-class forest products backed by a global reputation for sustainable forest management. Forest sector productivity is essential to Ontario. Forest sector businesses generated over $21 billion in revenue in 2023 and supported 128,000 jobs last year. And that productivity begins here in the north. I'm proud to be here today to announce a $5 million investment in Interfor through the Forest Biomass Program. Under the Innovative Bioproduct Manufacturing funding stream, we are investing to equip this facility with new equipment and technology for AI screening. Upgrades will increase productivity by 12%, reduce wood waste by 25%, and emissions by 21%. Investments under our Forest Biomass Program support projects using milled byproducts and underused wood in greater quantities and in more innovative ways. This project will enable greater processing of small diameter logs which are underused in current operations. Putting this wood to work will unlock added value from forest resources, helping to build regional markets for biomass. This new demand for underused wood will create new avenues for diversification and growth, enhance business productivity and efficiency, and add to the forest sector's competitive advantage in changing markets. These objectives are more essential than ever before as our forest sector navigates a time of change and new opportunity. Our government is committed to protecting Ontario and ensuring forest sector businesses, workers, and communities are ready to meet the threat of US tariffs and ready to adapt, compete, and grow in changing global markets. Guided by our forest sector strategy, we're developing the untapped potential of a resilient, highly integrated forest sector, building new connections to international markets, advancing innovation, and making targeted investments to take prosperous businesses to the next level. Since launching the Forest Biomass Program in 2023, our government has committed close to $50 million in more than 55 projects, creating opportunity and accelerating biomass innovation. Under our Forest Sector Investment and Innovation Program, we have invested close to $72 million to equip businesses with the tools and technology to create jobs and unlock greater productivity. We're protecting jobs in the forest sector and protecting the communities which depend on forest sector productivity. I'd also like to take note another investment we're making in this region. We are providing up to $475,000 to help North Shore Forest Incorporated replace the Winnebagon River Bridge. This investment will support regional travel and continued access to nature for residents, outdoor enthusiasts, and tourism operators. It will also protect forest sector productivity, providing a key transportation route serving sawmills in the region. Our government is looking ahead to plan the next chapter of forest sector innovation with our Advanced Wood Construction Action Plan. This plan will put new methods of wood-based construction to work, building homes and businesses faster at a lower cost using sustainable wood products made in Ontario. And that's good news for our growing communities and good news for our forest, construction, and manufacturing industries. Our government is taking action to build our province's forest sector and position Ontario as a world leader in forestry. We're reinforcing Made in Ontario as a globally recognized brand and a competitive choice for consumers and markets worldwide. We're upholding our commitment to the forest sector's businesses, workers, and communities. We're doing our part, but we cannot do it alone. Our government has already called on the Government of Canada to bring resources to bear in support of Ontario's forest sector. We welcomed the announcement of over $1 billion in support for Canadian forestry last month. Now we are renewing our call for the federal government to act swiftly and translate that announcement into action. In particular, I'd like to reiterate our invitation to the federal government to join us in a formal discussion table to identify a path forward which will protect our forest sector. Together, we must explore every opportunity to deliver on shared commitments to Canadian forestry and Canadian workers. On behalf of the Premier Ford and the Government of Ontario, I'd like to congratulate Interfor on these exciting new projects. I look forward to celebrating this company's continued achievements and its contributions to our forest sector and to forestry-dependent communities. Thank you. So at this time, I'd like to invite Mayor Shoemaker to the podium.
Good morning, everyone, and I want to thank the province and Associate Minister Holland for the announcement today. $5 million into this mill goes a long way in our community. We know that the tariff situation locally is hitting our community hard, and investments in mills like this help us ensure long-term economic sustainability across multiple sectors. And that's really what we need in order to be a healthy, strong, and vibrant community, is a multitude of sectors all thriving. And the forestry sector, which represented strongly by the workers here and by the mill, is one of the oldest sectors in the industrial establishment of Sault Ste. Marie. Well, you can take it right back to Francis H. Clergue, who established the paper mill in advance of the steel mill, as one of the reasons why the forestry sector has grown out of this area. And the mill here is one thriving example of that, even with the paper mill no longer here. So it's great news to see an investment in this mill. It's great for the 100-some workers who work here, who invest back into the tax base of our community. And as well, it's worth noting that this mill gives back in other ways. And I know that there have been donations in the past to Habitat for Humanity from the wood that is produced there, from the wood that is machined here. And so it is a great community partner, as well as a great place for 100 employees plus and their families that are supported, hundreds of community members altogether. So thank you to the province of Ontario for supporting Sault Ste. Marie in this way. And thank you to all those who work here for continuing to represent Sault Ste. Marie so well.